If iTrustCapital goes down, God forbid, like we go bankrupt, if Fortress goes bankrupt, the state still steps in, and one-to-one, your Bitcoin is held to your name, and you still get those dollars or assets, which is really refreshing. If other companies go down, that may be lent out to some island overseas somewhere, and you may not get your dollars back, right? So read the terms of service. Some people that went down disclosed everything in their terms of service, just that people don't generally read it. So terms of service is really important.
Hey, what's up guys? Kevin Cage here with another crypto update. Hope everybody's doing well. In today's video, we're going to dive into iTrustCapital. So I hope you guys find this video interesting, and please be sure to watch the last 2 or 3 minutes of this video because I wanted to share a few clips of Kevin Maloney, the CEO of iTrustCapital, in a recent interview with BitBoy, and there's some very interesting tidbits. And if you'd like to watch the full interview, that will be linked in the top of the YouTube video description. So first up, iTrustCapital is the leading crypto IRA platform in the United States, and they're planning to expand. We can see $7 billion in transactions. And their last company valuation is $1.3 billion. So just a quick review, I've been with iTrustCapital for over 3 years. I know the market's rough right now, but overall for an IRA platform, this is by far the best one, and I've had the best experience with them. I was with a previous provider, there were hidden fees, there were other maintenance fees, and even these spreads for trading was expensive. So for iTrustCapital, it is free. There's no maintenance fee, no hidden fee, no yearly fee, anything like that. There's just a 1% transaction fee whenever you buy or sell. So essentially, just like Coinbase, however, there's differences because with Coinbase, when you're buying, selling, swapping crypto, you're getting hit with short-term and long-term capital gains. So whether it's 15% or 40%, you're paying that in taxes. Whereas with iTrustCapital, all of my earnings and my portfolio on iTrust grows tax-free, so I'm paying 0% in capital gains. And of course it worked out during 2020 and 2021. I wish I rebalanced a bit better, but why I like this platform is you don't have to hold a stablecoin. And say Ethereum goes to like $4,000, I'm able to take profit, I can sell 50%, 100% of my holdings at that price, set that order, set and forget, and don't worry about it. And the benefit of that is I can sell or swap directly into the US dollar instead of having to hold or swap between a stablecoin like Tether or USDC, which have depegged in the past. Although it was kind of a short period and it did recover, I just don't want to have the risk of counterparty risk. And if you're interested in creating a free account on iTrustCapital, you can use the link in the video description and the pinned comment. And if you use that link to fund your account, you'll get a $100 funding reward. And remember, none of this is financial advice, but I'm a huge believer that the crypto asset class does become a major asset class in the coming decades. I hope you guys caught last video where we reviewed the tokenization stats and volumes in the coming years from Swift and BCG, comparing a variety of other asset classes, and in 2021 there were over $12 trillion in retirement accounts across the board. And I believe more of that is coming to the crypto asset class in the future. And here's a list of the world's largest banks, custodians, even exchanges such as NASDAQ that are launching crypto trading desks. Of course, their assets under management is measured in the trillions. This is happening for banks across the globe. And here's a list of those organizations first making their announcement to launch crypto trading desks, and this has all occurred over the past 2 years. And we had news today that Apple becomes the first company in history to close above a $3 trillion market cap. And when we put this into perspective, a single company today, Apple, has a market capitalization of $3 trillion plus, which is higher than the all-time high of the entire crypto asset class. So I'm not saying the crypto asset class goes right to 20 trillion, 50 trillion, or 100 trillion, but it is possible in the coming decades. However, I'm a huge believer in having at least some exposure. You don't have to bet your life savings, but have some exposure in the crypto asset class, because you're not going to find a better asymmetric risk-reward setup. I'm also keeping tabs on all nodes with iTrustCapital in the future, as you can see staking in over 70 protocols. And I know we just showed a variety of banks and custodians with assets under management in the trillions, and we don't have to get all of that. If we just get 2 to 5% of some of that value, that would be absolutely amazing, because the crypto asset class is a fraction of the global asset classes. The global equities market is over 100 trillion. The crypto asset class is 1% of that value today. So I encourage you guys to check out this website. There's tons of helpful blogs and information. You can click the support tab. You can do getting started, set up walkthroughs. You can go through all of this, and you can even call them directly Monday through Friday. And at the end of this video, we have the CEO of iTrustCapital really emphasizing the importance of the recent Fortress integration. This is institutional grade crypto custody with Fireblocks and Fortress Trust. They're SOC 2 compliant, and they're a qualified custodian under the SEC. Tell me any other exchange is a qualified custodian. And currently there's about 30 assets available. I know there's going to be a lot more altcoins that are added in the future. So anyways, we're going to finish up with a few clips of the CEO of iTrustCapital sharing some very important information. I hope you guys have an awesome weekend, and I'll catch you in the next one.
our investors are traditionally working professionals. They're mature. They've seen multiple cycles. They're not waiting for Elon Musk to mention or tweet about their favorite coin and hoping to get a 10x overnight, right? So certainly we all don't have enough to retire on, and I think people are curious and want to participate. And there's a few ways to do that. Cash accounts and IRA accounts and others. So what we did recently, and it's public information, we announced this back in February, is partnered with Fortress Trust. They are a Nevada regulated, state chartered qualified custodian. And we've had 3 custodial relationships since inception, and this is our 3rd. We're excited about it. We think it's better, faster, cheaper, more efficient. We think our clients will benefit from additional safety and security protocols, type 2, SOC 2 compliance, things like that, and the custody of assets. So they use institutional asset custody holders, and we think that's the way to go. The qualified custodian, the defined term, is something that could really benefit the individuals, right? These are qualified custodians that are bank regulated, state chartered, as I mentioned, and the assets are held off balance sheet. They're not lent out. They're not commingled. They are completely off balance sheet, held one-to-one in an account, segregated for the clients. And so if you do that with a qualified custodian, by law, they cannot commingle or lend or utilize or rehypothecate your assets, which is key. Even if we're not held to the FINRA rules and regs at this moment for digital assets that are utility tokens, we still act like, with a bunch of guys on our team, traditional backgrounds, and act like the regulation is here and now or forthcoming. And it's so much easier if you have that DNA or that culture innately embedded into the company. But again, if you're a young person, you've never seen a cycle, and you've only seen this, and the floodgate opened up and dollars were flowing, and you thought you were just brilliant, but you might have been lucky or just had good timing. It is difficult. We've overspent on the legal side, but I think it'll benefit us long term for a couple reasons.
Go down during the insolvency.
Yeah, I mean, we stayed away from some risky assets. We don't pick and choose. We spend a lot of money on doing our own due diligence, but we still don't have a sales team. We don't pay commissions. We don't recommend anything. We are truly the software that allows you to get on and look at your dashboard. Behind the scenes, there's a lot of third-party integrators. Many of those are regulated, right? Banks and trust companies, et cetera. And we will be adding another, half a dozen coins that are utility assets.
If you enjoyed this video, I'd greatly appreciate if you could hit the like button, let me know your thoughts down below, and my link tree is linked in the top of this YouTube video description, with all links, crypto resources, and discounts. I'll catch you in the next one.